Hi guys, my name is Miranda Hunley, and if you like true crime, I think you are in the right place because that's what we talk about here.
Story out of Claremont County where 3 children are dead after a shooting. Now police have their father in custody.
The victims were brothers, ages 7, 4, and 3 years old. First responders were called to the home on Laurel Lindale Road around 4 yesterday afternoon. When deputies arrived, they found a 32-year-old Chad Doerman, the boy's father, sitting outside of the home. He's now been charged with 3 counts of aggravated murder.
The children's mother was also found outside the home with a gunshot wound to her hand. She was taken to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center and is expected to be okay. Authorities believe the woman called 911 and told dispatchers her children had been shot, and a second call was made from someone passing by who reported a female juvenile was running down the road saying her father was killing everyone. Neighbors were able to hear the gunshots and are shocked by what happened in this usually quiet neighborhood.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a case today that was really highly requested back in like June, July area. I originally said I wasn't going to do it, despite how many people were sending me the news articles and tagging me in it. And I hated that I was even getting tagged in that stuff, to be honest, because I hate that this case exists. It really hurts my heart. So we are still doing all the counties in Ohio, and we are now going to do Claremont County. And I'm sure you guys know what case that is. We are doing the Chad Doerman case today. So Chad Doerman is a 32-year-old despicable human being. I don't know how else to put that. He gunned down his 4 kids, shooting 3 of them and killing them, and he shot his wife's thumb off while she tried to protect her kids. So let's just kind of jump right into it. So Chad gets with a woman by the name of Laura. She already has a daughter from a previous relationship, but Chad takes her on like his own, and him and Laura end up having 3 boys together. And they're all really close to my kid's age. So I think that's another reason why this case just pisses me off so much. Chad and Laura together had 7-year-old Clayton, 4-year-old Hunter, and 3-year-old Chase. Chad's neighbors said that he was always yelling at his wife, at his kids. Chad's coworkers said that he was just always mad, and they thought it was like the job related that was making him mad. Um, but I think it was just something was really irritating his soul. Chad didn't have a whole lot of stuff on his record. He did have one domestic violence because he choked his father. But other than that, his record was pretty clear. My guess what happened, and this there is no like reports, nobody has spoke out. This is just my own guess, is that Laura was planning on leaving Chad. They were probably having relationship issues for a while, and separating was like a card on the table, and Chad did not like that. But one day, June 15th, 2023, Chad asks the 3 boys to go back in the bedroom and take a nap with him, and Laura joins them. They all fall asleep, and Chad gets a gun and shoots 4-year-old Hunter in the head. Laura wakes up. She is aiding her son. And the 16-year-old stepdaughter, who I am not going to use by name, comes in the room. She sees what happened, and Laura starts screaming for all the kids to run. And the 16-year-old and 7-year-old Clayton go running into a field where Chad chases after them and shoots 7-year-old Clayton in the back of the head, and he walks up to them. The 16-year-old stepdaughter looks at Chad, and she goes running back to the house where she picks up 3-year-old Chase and starts running down their very long driveway. Chad walks up to Clayton and shoots him in the back of the head again and drags him to the front yard. Chad then chases after the 16-year-old stepdaughter, points the gun at her, tells her, "You need to drop the boy." He goes to shoot. He was going to shoot this 3-year-old while his 16-year-old stepdaughter was holding him. That's so absolutely disgusting. But he tries to shoot, but he had ran out of ammunition, and ends up dropping Chase, and Chase goes running into his mother's arm. Then goes running down the street screaming, "Stepdad is shooting everybody. My stepdad is shooting everybody." Dad goes into the house, he grabs Hunter out of the bed and throws him on the front yard right next to Clayton. The mother is holding Chase and she's not letting him go. Chad starts biting her and then he shoots her thumb off, which caused her to drop Chase onto the floor. And Chase is laying on the floor. Chad shoots him in the head, right there. Chad then drags Chase onto the front yard where Laura is now trying to perform life-saving measures on all three of these boys in the front yard while Chad sits on the front porch watching. The 16-year-old stepdaughter is running around and she ends up catching up to this car where she's like, "My stepdad is shooting everybody." This woman is like, "Get in the car with me." And she was like, "No, I can't leave my family." And then she starts running to a fire station. The woman drives around the corner and she calls 911. One of the neighbors also calls 911, and then the fire station calls 911 also. Here is one of those 911 calls. This is from the woman who had ran into the 16-year-old stepdaughter on the street.
There's a girl running down the street saying that her stepfather is killing everyone in her family. It's on the corner of where there's a body shop and the fire department. Do you know what road this is?
Okay, what's your name?
I ran to the fire department.
What's your name?
Do you know what road this is? Laura Lindell Road.
You said what?
It's Laura Lindell Road.
Okay, and what did the female say to you?
And she says that her stepfather is killing everybody in her house. I did. I'm on the phone with them right now.
Did she say how or what was happening?
I asked her to get in the car with me, and she said she couldn't leave her family. But I think she ran to the fire department.
So she went to the fire station. What did she look like?
She's probably a young teenager, probably like 16 maybe, with long blonde hair.
When the rescue team arrives, Laura is still trying to save her little boys' lives, and you can hear her screaming in the background, and it absolutely breaks my heart. The way she says they're dead, aren't they? Like, she really did not want to accept that, and that just breaks my heart so much for her. But here's the body cam footage.
Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up now! Stand up! Stand the fuck up! Get your hands out of here. Tell me 21. It's in the air.
The judge can confirm that there's people that need first aid, and that's the shooter who's not complying. They need to take care of the victims. They have to shoot him and shoot him.
Man, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm completely sober. Never did
63, we're 21. Get the EMS over here.
Well, I did drugs when I was little, but I don't do drugs now. I'm sober. I'm not trying to fight you.
63.
Get your butt inside. Gatlin, get your butt inside.
We on primary?
Now.
29, we got 3 kids down.
3 kids down, 16 down.
Gatlin.
63, we're 21. Have EMS respond over here.
You're clear, they're being advised.
Robert 34, just started mass casualty response.
63, do you want them to respond to the Laura Lindale address? Where exactly do you need them?
We're right in the front yard.
He took my life from me! My life!
What are you doing, man?
Hey, are you copying all this?
Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You got anything on you?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. Phone, that's it. I ain't mad. I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm gonna get you here in a
I ain't
second.
running away. You can do whatever you want with me.
Here. You the only one else inside the house?
What?
You the only one else inside the house?
Yeah.
Sit down right here.
My daughter, she ran over to the fire department.
Sit down.
It's my stepdaughter.
Put him in the cage.
Listen, look.
The way Chad is sitting on his front porch, like, this is an average Thursday for him. Like, this is an average Thursday, 4 o'clock. He's sitting there. His sons are lined up in his yard beside him. And when the cops get there, he says, "Don't shoot my dog. My dog is fine. As long as you don't reach for him, don't shoot it." What? Really? Like, I just really can't wrap my head around that. Don't shoot my dog, but I shot 3 of my kids. I don't know. And after his arrest, the cops told him he had to stop banging his head on the wall.
Don't be doing that, man. Don't be beating your head on the wall, okay? Yeah.
He said that he could not sleep for days because these thoughts of killing his kids were so strong. And he actually had been planning this since October. So he had been planning this for almost a year, as he's posting all these pictures on Facebook, and these kids are still looking up to him to keep them safe, and he's like planning on killing them. Like, I don't know. His trial starts July 8th, 2024. It's supposed to go until like the first week of August 2024. He faces the death penalty, and I have such mixed feelings for the death penalty because as you guys know, I've done the George Gates story, and George is really dear in my heart. I don't want to ever see him be put to death, but he is on death row. So I like to say that I don't support the death penalty, but in this case, I really freaking do. Like, you ripped a 3-year-old out of their mother's arms and then shot them right there of his mother's feet. And then the trauma that the mom is experiencing, but also that 16-year-old stepdaughter, I've read that she's having a lot of struggles because she did put Chase down when Chad had a gun in her face. And then Chase ended up passing away, and she was running through a field with Clayton, and he was shot right beside her, dead. And then she walked in right after Hunter was shot. Like, she has a lot of trauma, and the mother and that 16-year-old stepdaughter did absolutely nothing wrong in this case. And they still have a lot of trauma and guilt, and that's why I wish Chad Doerman did not exist. It seems obvious in this case that Laura was a victim of domestic violence. And people are always saying, like, well, why didn't she just leave? Like, I am a survivor of domestic violence, and this is why. Because this type of stuff is scary. These unpredictable people are scary. In the beginning, they love bomb you, and you think everything is so great, and then they switch and they turn into this, and you're stuck. So that's why I don't want to hear anything about that in the comments, because I feel for Laura, I feel for her daughter, I feel for everybody who loves these 3 boys. But that is all I have for this case. Happy holidays, everybody. I am in my little like Santa Claus dress because Christmas is like tomorrow. So happy holidays. I love each and every one of you, and I'm sending you all the positivity from the bottom of my heart for this holiday season for you guys.
Smash that subscribe button.